Get to our Capitol Watch. President Biden has launched a new program to provide support to Ukrainians seeking refuge. The program will streamline refugee applications for Ukrainians and others leaving Europe. The U.S. will no longer routinely grant entry to those seeking asylum at the U.S.-Mexico border, which has previously been the case since the invasion began. The U.S. says it expects to admit up to 100,000 refugees from Ukraine. 15,000 have come to the U.S. since February, mostly through Mexico. The program is an effort for the U.S. to uphold its commitment to help Eastern European nations. As Ukrainians leave their homes amid Russia's war, some Americans are traveling abroad to help refugees. CB Cotton introduces us to a Colorado physician who saw the need for medical supplies and acted quickly to help.
He helped us take the supplies into Lviv.
Dr. Maritza Polk has dedicated her life to patients in the States.
I'm internal medicine and then I work at the hospital as a hospitalist, so I'm used to taking care of very sick people.
But early this month, this Colorado doctor felt called to help abroad.
This is our tent. Our medical tent.
On April 2nd, Dr. Polk traveled to Poland to meet with other medical professionals from the States. There, they delivered medical supplies and body armor to those fighting in Ukraine. Polk taking inspiration from her own father.
My dad grew up in communist Hungary. He fought in the 1956 revolution. And my thought was, who would I be not to do for these people what people did for my dad?
From Warsaw, Polk traveled to the busiest border crossing between Ukraine and Poland as thousands of refugees poured in.
It's women and children, and I think the really hard part is they don't speak the language. They don't speak Polish. If they're going to speak anything, they speak Russian. A lot of them have been traveling for days.
Intense travel and intense needs. The body armor and tactical gear were donated by the Boulder County Sheriff's Office and the Boulder Police Department, and Polk gave it to Ukrainian women fighting in the war efforts. The women will use it to continue delivering supplies to areas under fire.
They were thrilled. She sent me a picture of her in the body armor in her car.
And the medical supplies she was able to get to a Ukrainian doctor.
There was a surgeon in Kyiv who really needed something called a dermatome, and a dermatome is a tool that is used to harvest skin for skin grafts, and they needed it because of the mine wounds.
Polk remembers helping one woman who had survived a bomb attack.
So we, took care of her foot, and I said to her, and there was a translator again, and I was like, I got you, it's gonna be okay. And then she just started to cry, and she cried in my arms.
The heartache she witnessed now reminds her there's always something we can do to help.
Just being kind to each other, I think, is a great place to start.
CB Cotton reporting. Dr. Polk is now raising funds so she can purchase more supplies in hopes to make another trip to the area to help out. Here's Patrick Nelson with what's coming up.